inyong kaserbisyo, basta mga usapang trabaho, approve yan. At ang walang patid na pagbabalita at serbisyo publiko ng teleradyo serbisyo nasa Facebook na rin po mga kaserbisyo, kaya naman po patuloy nyo pa rin pong sabihin sa inyong mga kakilala, kamag-anak, kaibigan na i-follow at i-like na po ang official teleradyo serbisyo Facebook page para sa updated na pinakamaiinit na balita at ating pagtutulungan. Huwag din pong kalimutang mag-subscribe sa ating teleradyo serbisyo YouTube channel. Nasa 1 million YouTube subscribers na po tayo. Kaya naman po mga kaserbisyo, tuloy-tuloy lang ang ating live stream dyan sa YouTube para naman sa mga mensahe o reaksyon sa mga issue nating tinatalakay. Pwede kayong mag-send sa Viber number po namin na 0919-278-3000. Ayan, meron tayong sound effects. Pwede rin sa mga social media accounts po ng Teleradyo Serbisyo at babasahin namin maya-maya lamang yung mga comments nyo po. So samahan nyo po ako dito sa 1.5 oras ng talakayan at balitaan dito sa programa namin. Narito naman ang mga usapang trabaho na pag-uusapan natin ngayong linggo. Grupo ng mga OFW nagkasa ng Zero Remittance Week simula March 28 hanggang April 4. Libreng seminar at workshop para sa mga gustong maging virtual assistant at mga kaserbisyo nating mga naghahanap ng trabaho. In-house job fair sa Muntinlupa City gaganapin sa March 31. Sa Lunes po yan. Alamin naman po natin ang kwento ng isang Pinoy sa UK at kung paano niya nadala ang pagiging inhinyero sa ibang bansa at ang isang free diver naman po at kung paano siya nakakatulong sa paglago ng turismo ng bansa. Ang ating ibibida naman sa kwentong obrero. So mga kaserbisyo, iyan po ang inyong mga aabangan sa ating kwentuhan ngayon dito sa ating programang Approve Yan. Okay, dumako na po tayo sa atin pong unang panauhin. Makakasama po natin ang isang OFW, dahil nga po dito sa issue na nagkasa sila ng No Remittance Week. Makakasama po natin si Erwin at si Danny Demorito. Approve yan. At dumako na nga po tayo sa ating ikalawang panauhin ngayong umagang ito. Makakasama po natin si Philip Soriano ng APX Philippines at si Andrea Pios, ang Director of Operations po ng Vavavoom Philippines. Magandang umaga po sa inyo.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Yes, good morning po.
Yes po, good morning po sa inyong dalawa, sir. Welcome po dito sa programang Approve Yan sa Teleradyo Serbisyo. So, umpisahan ko na po, Sir Philip at Ma'am Andrea, dumadami na yung mga kababayan po natin na talaga namang nagiging employed dahil po sa pagiging isang virtual assistant. So, sa tingin niyo po ba, ano yung naging reason kung bakit nagkaroon ng boom itong gantong klaseng trabaho po dito sa ating bansa?
I think nag-start during the pandemic. This was about 5 years ago.
Ngayon, live.
Everything shut down. So, syempre yung mga tao in the Philippines, even worldwide, nag-shift po sila sa remote work. This is the same as they call it work from home or work from anywhere as long as meron kayong internet, meron kayong computer at your location. So, I think that is the main reason na push. Something good came out of the pandemic, which is jobs that you could work online or remotely. And since that time, madami na pong nagpo-promote for this type of job. But it's not for everyone. So it depends on the type of industry. Ang sakop niya is usually yung mga creatives industry, admin works, finance, and a lot more.
Okay. Sir, ako personally, marami akong mga kaibigan na virtual assistant po yung trabaho nila. And ang maganda po dito kasi is also very competitive ang ang salary na ibinibigay niyo po dito sa mga virtual assistants po.
Oh yes, especially these days. Since madami na po nag-shift at currently still shifting, very competitive na yung industry. Actually, to think about it, matagal na meron ng remote work even before the pandemic. Yun lang, during the pandemic, this is what made it more, sabihin natin, mainstream. So nakilala siya on a wider scale. Now, when it comes to salaries, it really depends on the industry as well. So hindi lahat ng virtual assistants pare-parehas po. So meron po tayo ang tinatawag na specialized na virtual assistant. So they could be specialized either in accounting, in finance, in creatives, in marketing. So nagdidepende po sa industry.
Alright. And also, sir, ano po kaya yung meron sa mga Filipino virtual assistants? Kasi parang ang naririnig ko ay preferred din yung mga Pilipino talaga over other nationalities.
Actually, if you think about it, the competitiveness of the Filipinos is because English is our second language. So dito naman as a virtual assistant, hindi naman kailangan fluent in English, but as long as you could communicate properly and deliver the tasks, that is what sets us apart from other nationalities. And also, when it comes to yung mga tasks naman, we know that the Philippines is the number one leading industry in terms of the BPO industry. So we have innate na sa amin, mga Pinoy, na talagang when it comes to like customer service, customer experience, talagang high performance tayo when we provide that type of result.
Okay, kay Ma'am Andrea Pios naman po, good morning po ma'am. Kamusta naman po ma'am ang pag-employ po ng mga Filipino virtual assistants?
Yes, okay. Good morning din po. Good morning everyone. With regards to the employment po ng mga Filipino virtual assistants, gaya ng nabanggit ni Philip, we are really very competitive and there are a lot of platforms right now wherein you can apply for a remote job or a virtual assistant job. Meron ding mga agency na nag-hire directly ng mga virtual assistants. When you are, the difference kasi merong direct hiring and meron din under the agency. If you will be under the agency, yung agency po ang maghahanap ng mga clients for you. So for direct naman, you're gonna be hunting or applying directly to clients. So marami po mga platforms and avenue na pwede tayong mag-apply nowadays.
Pero Sir Peter and Ma'am Andrea, dahil nga po na-mention nyo din na very competitive ang mga Pilipino virtual assistants, ano yung mga qualities na dapat tinataglay ng isang virtual assistant?
Yes, for qualities, the una nang nabanggit ni Philip is we can communicate in English kasi foreign clients yon. But then hindi naman super fluent talaga as long as you can converse with the client. Next one, of course, kailangan maging computer literate tayo kasi we're going to be working remotely and we will rely, of course, sa ating skills, computer, and then yung existing na skills and experience mo, even if you want to shift in the traditional from traditional job to virtual assistant job, pwedeng magamit yon. So I guess yun ang pinaka-importante. Tayong mga Pinoy, it's not an issue to us. We're very adaptable, we're very hardworking, and as long as kung ano yung mga na-experience natin, let's say you are currently working in a corporate job here in the Philippines as an accountant or a part of the marketing, then you can definitely use that as a virtual assistant.
Alright, how about you po, Sir Philip? Is there something about the qualities ng Filipino virtual assistants na hinahanap nyo dyan sa APX Philippines?
Well, I believe yung mga talagang what we look for is character, mainly character, because you need to build your relationship with your potential clients or your existing clients, because without that relationship, you won't be able to land a job. It's not like in corporate na what they try to check is your CV and your skills. When it comes to virtual assistant, clients, foreign and local as well, look for good character, because as long as you could communicate and build a relationship with those clients, then you could expect long-term opportunities with them. And apart from that, what's nice about being a virtual assistant is that you could have multiple clients. So that's an advantage. So the more that you have clients, the more opportunities, and tataas yung kita mo as a virtual assistant. So what's important is to build those relationships, be a relationship builder, because once you establish that with one client, they will refer you to another client, and so on. So that's really that's how we screen applicants, and that's how we make sure that they land jobs and opportunities.
Ang gandang tip niyan, Sir Philip, sa mga interested na mga kababayan natin na mag-apply din na virtual assistant. Pero hindi ba challenge yung internet connection dito sa ating bansa? Kasi syempre, alam naman natin, yung internet connection natin medyo hindi siya kasing bilis compared dun sa other countries. So how do you deal with this kinds of, kumbaga, parang mga problems or incidents?
Well, if you compare the internet speed is not such an issue. Kasi pag kinukumpara mo naman sa ibang bansa, yes, we are one of the slowest countries with very slow internet. But in reality, with real life applications, hindi naman natin napapansin yung slowness. Kasi for the normal user, mabilis na ang connection. So for example, if you communicate like what we're doing right now, we're using a local internet-based company for the Zoom meeting, and I don't think for the naked eye or someone who watches our interview this morning would experience a slowness in our internet. This is the same experience as we have with clients abroad or clients locally. So now, when it comes to our internet connection, we don't need super high speed to perform the task, because usually a mga task is either admin tasks. All they have to do is data entry. Or what they could do is maybe design, and it's not necessarily that it required an internet most of the time while you're working. A lot of these times is, yes, you get resources out to do research, to do emails, to do bookings for calendars, but you don't use it most of the time. So I don't think there's an issue with the internet. I think the issue that we have that we need to focus on is during rainy season, during stormy season, pag nawawalan tayo ng internet. So yan ang challenge dito sa atin. So our best advice to every individual out there who looks for a career or online or as a virtual assistant is dapat meron po kayong backup. So hindi lang dapat isang internet connection, meron kayong backup whether wirelessly, on data, or another, let's say, fiber connection. So becoming a virtual assistant, there is sort of an investment that you need to put out there. Hindi naman malaki, minimal lang. But this is the same as traditional jobs. Para mag-apply ka to a traditional job, for example, you want to apply as, let's say, a bank supervisor or a security guard, there is part of an investment to consider, kasi you will need to spend time on requirements, you'll need to spend time on training, and it's the same for either traditional or online.
All right, kay Ma'am Andrea, for someone who's interested to be a virtual assistant, how do you create or craft a standout portfolio para naman mas maraming clients yung mag-hire dito sa mga individuals?
Yes, with regards to portfolio or resume, importante that you're going to highlight yung mga skills and experiences mo, kasi the client will just, of course, refer to your portfolio or resume, and then if they're gonna be impressed doon sa nilagay mo sa portfolio mo or resume, makikita nila na you are capable and you are the right fit for the role. So again, it depends on the niche, okay? Yung expertise mo. If you are into bookkeeping, then definitely highlight that one. And if you are applying for marketing, i-highlight mo yung mga bagay na yon. Kumbaga, yung resume mo or portfolio mo kasi will be your passport, in connecting with clients. So therefore, it should be really well thought and well crafted. Pinag-isipan mabuti, not just any other, generic portfolio or resume. Importante na nandoon lahat ng mga skills and experiences mo. And of course, yung mga tools then, it will help. Currently, we are in the world of AI already. So the client would also appreciate if you know several tools, software, and even AI that can speed up and be more productive sa trabaho mo.
Okay, Sir Philip, APX Philippines is also conducting workshops and seminars for virtual assistant.
Yes, sir, and we conduct this every month. And this coming April 5 is our third batch. So this is our third batch for the year 2025. We'd like to invite people who are aspiring to be virtual assistants or who want to have an additional side job that is manageable. We are conducting the seminar on April 5. It's on a Saturday, 1 p.m. at the Apex headquarters, which is at SM North Tower in Quezon City. So sa mga interesado, you could visit our website at apx.ph and lahat po ng details nandun po. You should register because limited po yung seats. We try to accommodate as many as we can. But not to worry, you can, if you can't make it this April 5, monthly naman po yung workshop namin. And this workshop is for learning the fundamentals how to become a virtual assistant. So everyone's invited, no age discrimination, everyone from every industry invited po. And I also believe that since we started, a lot of our attendees in the last two batches has requested like a paid workshop for specialized skills. So meron po there's one that I think I'll pass this to Miss Andrea. Meron silang paid workshop. Miss Andrea, can you please plug it in?
Yes, thank you very much, Philip. I would just like to invite everyone also, due to the request of our previous batches and other people as well that are interested to become a VA. We've come up sa Vavavoom, we've come up for a paid training. So we call it a VA simulation bootcamp. So it's very much different from the usual lecture type training. It's more of a hands-on training. You will be provided with a brief from the client, and then you can do the actual task. Para naman kasi people, Filipinos in particular, we already have the knowledge. Especially pag naka-attend po kayo ng aming training sa APX on April 5, you will already learn the fundamentals. But then, kailangan ma-boost natin yung confidence nyo, and then you can have a hands-on training. So this is a very great opportunity for you guys to have a hands-on and actual task during our VA simulation bootcamp. So it will be on May 3. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Ang aming pong venue ay sa Microtel by Windham Acropolis. That will be at Libis, Quezon City. So again, that will be on May 3 from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For more details, you can check out our page, Vavavoom PH. Nandun po ang mga details wherein you can register. And sir, I just want to add, if you're going to register on this one, you will have an opportunity to join our exclusive apprenticeship program. So we do not usually provide that. Paid ito sa iba, pero if you're gonna join our training on May 3, you will be able to join our exclusive apprenticeship program and a priority on your application sa Vavavoom. So yeah.
Alright, and just to clarify lang po, Sir Philip and Ma'am Andrea, itong VA virtual assistant ay pwedeng pwede siyang full-time and pwede rin siyang part-time?
Yes, you can have both full-time and part-time, and the beauty, kagaya na banggit ni Philip kanina, you can have the opportunity to work with more clients, especially if you're going to be working part-time. As long as you can manage the time, then more client, more income.
All right, and with that, approve na approve po yan sa amin dito sa Teleradyo Serbisyo. Maraming salamat po, Philip Soriano ng APX Philippines and Andrea Payos ng Vavavoom Philippines. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Ayan nga po mga kaserbisyo, syempre ang ganda rin talaga i-explore nitong pagiging virtual assistant nga, no? Dahil nga you can do yung mga trabaho, pwede kang magtrabaho at the comfort of your homes, at your own time din. I think may iba talaga na depende sa time mo, no? Kung kailan ka libre, at kung kailangan mo lang naman ng additional income, then very flexible ito. Anyway, magtungo na po tayo sa ating susunod na panauhin ngayong umaga. Makakasama po natin si Engineer Adrian